Welcome in to Bulldog Park on the campus of Butler University as the Creighton Blue Jays are visiting the Butler Bulldogs in Game 2 of this weekend set in Big East Conference play. I'm Jack Berry alongside Drew Pachalski as we get ready for first pitch here. Marcus Goodpaster toes the rubber for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Goodpaster will look to get out to a hot start today after Butler had a rough first inning yesterday, giving up a couple runs in that first inning and getting him down in an early hole. So Goodpaster will look to go quick 1-2-3 inning here and get those Butler bats up.
In that game yesterday, Creighton jumped out to an early 3-0 lead in the first inning, tacked on another in the second, and then managed to boost that lead all the way up to 6-0 by the fourth inning before Butler storms back in the bottom of the fourth, tacked on 7 runs to make this one interesting. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, pitching staff unable to hold it down as Creighton scored 5 in the 8th and 1 in the 9th to take that game 12-7. And now Tate Gillen steps in here to the box, getting ready for the first pitch.
And this is one of the guys that Goodpaster's going to want to get out here. Gillen had 3 stolen bases yesterday.
You mentioned the stolen bases for Creighton. This team runs a little bit more than Butler does. 9 stolen bases in the top 4 of their lineup yesterday as Goodpaster deals the first pitch of the game. In there for the first pitch strike. Gillen yesterday, 3 for 4, 3 runs scored. We mentioned those 3 stolen bases as well. 255 on the year, 3 homers. As he lifts this one to right field, Marachnik going back and under it. He'll make the play and quick first out for Goodpaster.
Big first out there for Goodpaster. Only 2 pitches, just getting that first out. Gets that big confidence booster.
Teddy Dieters now up to the plate, 1 for 3 yesterday, 2 RBIs, stolen base for him as well.
Dieter's only batting .214 on the season, so hopefully an out here that Goodpaster is able to get.
Goodpaster sets and fires the 0-0. Slider in there, misses just inside. Looked like a pretty good pitch. From Goodpaster. In there to even it up at 1-1. Goodpaster's last outing, he went 6 1/3 inning, 10 hits, 5 runs, no walks, and 4 Ks as he picked up the loss against Seton Hall last Saturday. In there for strike 2, and Goodpaster now ahead 1-2. This is a Bulldog team that's been struggling recently, 6-game losing streak for them. It's a tough matchup. The Creighton Blue Jays 29-13 on the year, 10-3 in Big East play, leading the Big East so far. Goodpaster's 1-2 is in there first. Called strike 3 as he gets 2 quick outs here in this first inning.
Great job there by Goodpaster getting a strikeout. Another big confidence booster for him. Looked like he went with maybe a change up there on the inside corner. Got him to swing.
Nolan Sayers now up for the Blue Jays. It's Goodpaster's first pitch, misses down and inside, and Sayers is definitely the leader of this lineup, batting .399 on the year, 3 homers, 13 doubles, 31 RBIs. That's second on the team. 1-0 from Goodpaster, also outside.
Goodpaster in a tough hole here, 2-0 count. Might have to give him something to hit, or could just pitch around and put him on first base.
2-0 from Goodpaster, hammered down that right field line, but foul. Now 2-1 is the count.
Let's see if Goodpaster gives him another pitch to hit right here.
He does, and he'll lift this one out towards the center fielder. Tracking back is Drum, and he'll make the play. So a quick 1-2-3 from Goodpaster to get the Bulldogs into the dugout, and star player Jack Marachnik will lead things up as we come back in the bottom of the first. back here for the bottom of the first inning as the Butler top of the lineup is due up to face Jack Penow, the sophomore starting pitcher for the Blue Jays. 6 ERA flat on the season and 5 starts, 18 innings. His last outing, he went 6 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 6 Ks. As he toes the rubber right here, the right-hander will face a few lefties to start off this Butler lineup, and Jack Marachnik and A.J. Solomon. And Marachnik has been really incredible so far this year, Drew.
Yeah, Jack Marachnik has been very good this year. He's been a sort of two-hole staple this year for Coach Beamer, but he's going to be leading off today with a .385 batting average, .452 on base, and a .726 slugging percentage. He's got 15 home runs on the year and 48 RBIs, so he's looking maybe to stretch those numbers here.
As Marachnik now makes his way up to the plate.
Number 16, Jack Marachnik.
Marachnik yesterday was 2 for 5 on the day. No RBIs, no extra base hits for him, but something we've seen a lot from him is that slug. We'll see if he can start out early. It's a defensive alignment, a little bit of a shift against Marachnik here on the infield. First pitch fouled back off to the left side. It'll be 0-1.
As you said yesterday, he was 2 for 5, but both those balls he hit were hit very hard yesterday.
Outfielders shading a little bit oppo in center field. Marachnik swings and misses on that 0-1. The center fielder out there, Gillen, is shaded a bit to the left of second base, whereas the infield is playing the first and second baseman pretty hard to the pole down that first base line, and the shortstop just a tad to the left of that second base bag. The 0-2 fouled back again from Marachnik.
Lots of room down the right field line right now. Decent room in right field and sort of straightaway center. See if Marachnik can catch a hold of one here, maybe put one down the line.
Penow sets and deals with the 0-2. Just miss outside. Looked like a changeup just off that outside edge. Marachnik didn't bite. The 1-2 is cut on and missed. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. Gets Marachnik. It's a quick first out for Penow as they bring up A.J. Solomon.
Now batting, third baseman, number 3, A.J.
See if Solomon can get on here. Started the season hitting down the 9-hole, and then he got moved up to the leadoff spot, but now he's going to be in that 2-hole, this spot that Jack Marachnik has been in most of the season.
Oh, to Solomon is outside, and Solomon has shown a great approach at the plate. He's got 30 walks, which leads the Bulldogs just a .313 average, but that on base sitting around .450 on the year. So that pitch misses inside, and a bit of a different spot for Solomon today. We've seen him a lot up the middle at second base today, but he'll be over at third base today on the defensive side. A little bit of a shift for Coach Beamer in the defensive alignment with some of his choices in the outfield and the infield today. Solomon lifts that one foul. 2-1 now.
Placing him at second will be normal third baseman Danny Barbera, who's in seventh today.
Two and 1 from Penow. Outside ball 3. We mentioned this walk rate from Solomon here. Good chance to get on for Jack Bello, who had a great day yesterday, 3 for 5 and a home run. Really sparked that Bulldog offense. Had the first 2 hits yesterday for their offense the first 2 times through. Strike 2 in there. Looks like Solomon thought that one was a little bit outside. He was ready to toss the bat and take his walk, but instead he'll have a full count facing him. Full count pitch on the way to Solomon. Down low, ball 4. So Solomon draws the walk. It'll bring up Jack Bello. We mentioned the home run yesterday, and really, he was the key to that Butler offense.
It's a great at-bat there from Solomon to get on base. Solomon on the year, 2 for 3 on stolen bases. Butler's not one of those teams that's going to steal a lot of bags.
Bello now stepping into the box. First right-hander in this stretch of lefties to start it off as he swings and misses on that first pitch fastball. .392 average on the year. Leads the Bulldogs also 7 home runs. That's third on the team. Leads the team in doubles as well with 16. Also sporting a .632 slugging percentage. So he takes that second pitch in there for a call at second strike. So quickly 0-2 from P now. Trying to make quick work of Bello. Solomon leads at first. Pino on the way with the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Another fastball up in the zone. Bello can't catch up to it. So 2 outs now with the DH. Tommy Townsend coming up.
Number 42.
Townsend seems like he hasn't seen a lot of playing time recently, so good chance to get some ABs here, get a couple hits, help the Bulldogs out.
Townsend in just 108 at-bats has 9 home runs. For comparison, the likes of Maroknik and Bello have upwards of 170 at-bats for their everyday players. As Townsend hammers this ball down the right field line, he's going to look for extra bases. Solomon at third. He will stay at third. So a 2-out double for Tommy Townsend puts 2 in scoring position here for the Bulldogs.
Great job by Townsend there, jumping on that first pitch fastball and torching a ball right into right field, getting 2 runners in scoring position. 2 outs, but Ryan Drum coming up to the plate.
Solomon had a good jump and got a good lead off of first base there, but that ball just not able to get far enough into that corner or past that right fielder out there in Dieters. Able to hold him at third. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Ryan Drum, the center fielder. First pitch strike on the slider from P now, 0-1. Seen him work that slider outside to the righties in Bello and Drum here. We'll see if he goes to the fastball again. That's what he worked with Bello as well. Swing and a miss from Drum. So now quickly 0-2. What do you think P now goes here now with a couple pitches to waste maybe?
See if he goes back to that first pitch slider, maybe put it a little more outside and see if he can get Drum to chase. Does have a guy on third, though. Wants to be careful, doesn't want to put one in the dirt.
Drum swings and misses on another slider outside. So 3 sliders from P now, gets the job done, and it'll hold the Butler offense scoreless despite 2 in scoring position. That'll be the end of the first inning. No runs for either side as we await the top of the second. Good passer back out for some more action in the top of the second. He awaits Ben North, Connor Capice, and Will McLean. Ben North, the shortstop, the 4-hitter, 0 for 6 yesterday despite 2 RBIs. He stole 3 bases as well. So a second leadoff man essentially here for Creighton as they start in the top of the second. Squares bunt, unable to connect as he stabbed at that one in the upper third of the zone there.
Slashing in 879 OPS on the year and 303 batting average.
0-1 from Goodpaster. Outside, ball 1, evens it up. You look at the defensive alignment for the Bulldogs. Gunnar Duncan, freshman catcher over at first base. Will Burgess, second baseman Danny Barbero, shortstop Logan Kroc, third baseman A.J. Solomon. So 1-1 is hammered down the left field line. That one's going to go foul. 1-2, not a good pass. And you take a look at the outfield. Tommy Townsend out there in left field. Ryan Drum in center field. Haven't seen him there recently. And Jack Morocnik, staple out there in right field for the Dogs. And Jack Bello, the DH.
Goodpaster ahead in the count again here. Let's see what he comes with.
Goodpaster sets and fires with the 1-2. Fouled off and away. Now still 1-2. Goodpaster comes again with the 1-2. That pitch misses low, so now 2-2. North awaits as the 2-2 on its way. Again low, ball 3, now full count for Goodpaster.
Now what Goodpaster wants to do here, obviously this Ben North, 12 stolen bases on the year off 13 attempts. See if he would probably be running if he gets on.
Full count pitch on its way from Goodpaster. Swung over to the third baseman Solomon, sets, fires, and will make the play at first base, retire the first batter of the inning. Another good start for Goodpaster.
Great job by Solomon there, waiting for the ball to get to him and taking his time on the throw, not rushing it.
Connor Capisi now up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 6 yesterday, 3 RBIs for him, 336 average for the sophomore catcher on the season. Goodpaster's 0-0 is outside for ball 1. Capisi is one of the 2 Blue Jay players without a stolen base on the year as he grounds this one to third base off the glove of Solomon. He'll sneak into left field. Townsend will scoop it up, and Capisi's going for 2. Throw on its way. Just beats the tag. As Barbero unable to get the tag down in time on Capisi. So a little hustle double down the left field line for the sophomore catcher for the Blue Jays.
Great awareness there by Capisi seeing that one. Bounce off Solomon's glove, kind of basically went to no man's land there in left field. Townsend got to it first, but shortstop for the Bulldogs, Logan Kroc, was also chasing after it. Almost got that throw in there to second in time, though.
Yeah, with Townsend playing deep out there in left field, once that ball was off the glove, it was in a tough spot for him to get to. He really had to race over to that one. Kroc as well racing over there, seeing if anybody had a chance at Capisi at second base. First pitch in there, low and inside for Goodpaster. So now runner in scoring position for the Blue Jays as Will McLean steps up. Kroc holding the runner on at second. Goodpaster fires, fouled straight back, now 1-1.
McLean, only batting .213, but does have 7 home runs on the year. So this is a guy you're going to want to be careful with. Not going to want to groove anything right down the middle.
Sporting just that .213 batting average you mentioned, but his on base .372. So he's one of those true 3 outcome guys. It feels like homer, strikeout, or walk for McLean most of the time as he grounds this one foul down the first base line. Now 1-2 to Goodpaster.
See if Goodpaster tries to put one in the dirt here. As you said, he is one of those guys that walks, but does have that .213 average.
Goodpaster sets and fires with the 1-2. Almost backdoored him on the slider. Looked like Goodpaster wanted that one. I'm sure the Butler Bulldog dugout did as well. Now 2-2 the count. Goodpaster's shown he's had good control. Not afraid to get into these full counts. Trust his pitch mix to fire in one on a full count. So he gets a pop-up on the left side. Solomon moving over in foul territory. He will make the play. So now 2 outs. Runner on second. He'll bring up the third baseman, Matt Sherman.
Great job by Goodpaster there getting that second out. Just need a fly ball or a ground ball here to get out of this inning and limit the damage.
Sherman 2 for 4 yesterday. 3 runs scored, .288 average on the season. He's got 2 homers, 7 doubles. Goodpaster has been the workhorse of this Butler rotation. We've seen him go 5 innings in almost each of his outings this year, despite his one outing out of the bullpen. First pitch in there for a called strike. So Goodpaster probably has at least 5 or 6 innings here to work with. We've seen him go up near 100 pitches several times as well. Just 23 pitches so far. Good start for Goodpaster. 0-1, 2 outs here. Another pitch fouled off to the right. So now 0-2 with Goodpaster. Does he go back to that slider in the dirt, or does he go with something else here, Drew?
I think he should honestly just go with the fastball here, see if he can maybe put it up in the zone, a little out of the strike zone, see if he'll chase and pop it up.
Goodpaster sets, ready for the 0-2. Kicks and fires. Check swing, did he go? First base umpire says yes. So a strikeout for Goodpaster, gets out of some trouble as a double limited at second base here. And the Bulldogs coming up to plate in the bottom of the second.
Number 26.
Due up for the Bulldogs, Will Burgess, Danny Barbero, and Logan Kroc, 2 juniors and a freshman for the Bulldogs as they step in the box. Will Burgess will lead things off against Jack Pina, the sophomore. First pitch low and inside to Burgess.
Burgess yesterday had a couple good at-bats, some controversy in one of his. He had one ball out deep to right center, and umpires thought the right fielder caught it, but clearly, honestly, hit the ground.
Seed lifts this one deep to center field. Center fielder Gillen under it. He'll be able to make the play. So a quick first out for Jack Pino.
Bulldogs will have Danny Barbero coming up now.
Second baseman, number 6.
Power hitter for the Bulldogs. See if he can get an extra base hit and put a runner in scoring position here.
Barbero's been in that cleanup spot for a lot of the season so far for the Bulldogs. Now hitting in that 7 spot due to a righty on the mound. So he takes that first pitch in there for a strike. Barbero has 19 extra base hits on the season, good for 500 slugging to tack on to his total 861 OPS on the year. As P now sets and delivers with the 0-1. Outside, even it up at 101.
Interesting call there by home plate umpire Jay Myers. Looked like Goodpaster was getting that call last inning.
Pino's 1-1 is swung on and missed by Barbero. So they also are shifting him, this time on the left side of the infield. That second baseman shaded pretty far up the middle, and center fielder Gillen out there definitely shading a little bit to the left side. Right fielder leaving a huge gap down the right field line. It's now 2-2 as Barbero takes that one outside.
Like Pino was pretty upset that Barbero didn't chase there.
Pino sets and readies for the 2-2. Swung on and fouled down the third base line. Barbero can just lift one down this right field line, there's no chance either the first baseman or right fielder will get one. If he just lifts one down that right field line in the air, it seems like he'll have extra bases, if not a triple. See if he can maybe take that opposite field approach here with 2 strikes. Another pitch outside. It looks like Pinau's really trying to get him to chase that outside slider. Barbero not biting on that one. Now full count. The 3-2 to Barbero. Swung on and missed. A 4th strikeout here early on for Pinau, and he is dealing.
Great pitch there by Pinau. Start on the inside corner, drop down low. Got the chase from Barbero.
Logan Kroc now stepping up for the Bulldogs, the freshman shortstop. Switch hitter, batting lefty against the righty Pinau. He came in for A.J. Solomon early on in the game yesterday, 1 for 4 with an RBI for him as he squares bunt. He'll foul that one off.
Outfield playing way in here, especially the center fielders and left fielders to the left-handed hitter Kroc.
Kroc in 53 at-bats, just has 2 extra base hits, so Blue Jays outfield clearly not respecting his power. Takes the 0-1 downstairs for ball 1. One and one from Pinau. Swung on and missed, strike 2. So another 2-strike count for Pinau. He's racked up 4 strikeouts already, looking for his 5th and to send that Creighton offense back up. The 1-2 from Pinau. Swung on and lifted in the 5-6 hole, and that'll get through for a base hit. A diving attempt from shortstop Ben North, but just unable to get to that one. Logan Kroc squeaks one through the infield for a single.
That was full extension out there by Ben North too. Complete Superman dive trying to catch that one. Just came a couple feet short from catching it, but worth a shot.
That one off the bat not hit well at all, but just perfectly placed with how that infield was playing Kroc. The third baseman a little bit in respecting his speed. Shortstop playing a little bit up the middle. Just found that perfect spot in between them. Got that one through. This one's fouled off. The catcher, Gunnar Duncan, now up to the plate.
Kroc had a big lead there at first after the first pitch. He's 6 for 6 on stolen bases this year. See if he tries to run with the top of the order on deck.
Not moving here on this one. That one's in there for called second strike. So now 0-2 to the freshman catcher, Gunnar Duncan. Just 26 at-bats on the year for him. 5 singles, 5 runs scored. No extra base hits for him. So he tries to battle here now with 2 strikes. That one upstairs, now 1-2. See if Kroc is in motion, maybe with 2 strikes and 2 outs. Trying to get a jump, maybe score on a hit to the outfield. He's got a good lead over there at first. Not on the move here. So that pitch is in there for another called third strike, and Pinau, 2 strikeouts, 5 so far in the game as he sends this Creighton lineup back up. 8-9-1 due up for the Blue Jays when we come back. Kyle Hess due up first for the Blue Jays. Senior second baseman, 0 for 3 yesterday, 248 average on the year, 7 doubles, a homer to his tally. 24 walks as well, so we'll see if Goodpasser can make sure he can attack him. No free passes to start out. Top of the third. Goodpasser on the way with the first pitch. Inside. Looked like a pretty good spot there, but home plate umpire Jay Myers didn't want to give him that call.
Interesting there. That one looked like it definitely hit the corner on the plate.
1-0 is outside, so quick 2-0 count to the second baseman Hess. Two-0 was in there for a called strike on the outer third. Now 2-1. Goodpasser's done a good job so far getting out early ahead of most of these counts through 2 innings. Just the one hit off the glove of Solomon. Went for a double. Good off-speed pitch. Looked like a changeup on that outer third. Gets swing and a miss from Hess. Now 2-2 the count.
Great 2 pitches there from Goodpasser. That fastball on the corner and then putting that change up there, tunneling those 2 pitches.
Goodpasser goes out there in that same spot, and that one just misses. Looked like the same spot of that first fastball that he threw, but unable to get the call. Now full count. Seen him now 3 pitches, fastball, changeup, fastball on the outer third. We'll see if he comes back to that same spot here. Full count pitch. Not sure where that one missed. Looked like a backdoor slider. Looked pretty good.
That looked like it caught a decent amount of the plate there. I'm also not sure where that missed.
Head coach Blake Beamer asking the home plate umpire Jay Myers where that one missed. Looked like he seemed to be acknowledging the head coach Beamer there. That one maybe was outside. Didn't bend back in time, but that one looked pretty good from our view up here in the press box. Goodpasser checks on the runner at first.
Butler defense at double play depth right now. A.J. Solomon's going to creep into the grass there at third base.
Another check on the runner at first. That one a bit closer, but not in time. Hess just 3 stolen bases over there at first base. 3 for 6 on the attempts. See if he's in motion. Another move over there. Nothing doing, though, for Goodpasser. Squaring bunt and taking a called first strike is the DH Dakota Duffalo. He came in as a pinch hitter yesterday, drew a walk in his only at-bat. He's got 79 at-bats on the year, 2 homers, 266 batting average.
See if he squares the bunt again here.
Does not, as he takes a slider over the outer third. A beautiful pitch there from Goodpasser, now 0-2.
Not going to be bunting now. 2 strikes, obviously. Top of the order is up after this with Tate Gillen. Definitely not going to want to put 2 guys on.
Taking the bunt out of play now. We'll see if Goodpasser goes right after the 9-hitter with an 0-2 count. And he will, but he leaves this one up in the zone, hammered down the left field line, but foul.
He's just early on that one, but if that one did get down the line, would have been trouble for the Bulldogs there.
Goodpasser probably have to go back to that chase pitch he's gone with. Checks on the runner at first. Go back to that chase pitch in the slider that we've seen. Try to elevate there. Maybe that slider in the dirt or on that outer third to get a chase here. Hess not on the move. And he leaves this slider up in the zone. Going back is Townsend. He'll make the catch in left field. Goodpasser probably got away with one there. Left that slider up in the zone. A pretty good pitch to hit on an 0-2 count. But Townsend out there, able to make the play in left field. Now 1 out for the center fielder, Tate Gillen.
Duffalo did put a barrel on that one. Just didn't hang up too long out there. Tommy Townsend was able to make the play, ranging to his right.
Feels like if Duffalo's in an 0-0 count there, you can probably put a bit of a better swing on that one. Maybe looking for that pitch. On 0-2, he's not really looking for that hanging slider up in the zone. Still a good swing, just not enough as the runner's on the move. This one fouled off. Maybe a hit and run there. Gillen chased that pitch. That one was pretty far outside.
Didn't seem like Kyle Hess got the greatest jump there at first. See if Gunnar Duncan could have gotten him out there at second.
Maybe a protection swing then from Gillen without the good jump. Maybe trying to protect his runner now. 0-1. keep an eye on Hess over there. Good passer stares him down, holding the runner. Not on the move. That pitch outside, fastball just misses.
Yeah, and Butler defense add double play depth with that 1 out and guy on first. Gillen, one of those tough guys to double off, though. 10 stolen bases on the year. Had 3 yesterday.
Hess leads off from first. Gillis in the box, lines this one back up the middle to the shortstop, flips to second baseman Barbero, unable to get the out at first. But a 6-4 put out for the middle infield, and good passer now, 2 outs to run on first.
Out of the ordinary sort of flip there at second base. It seemed Kroc fielded that ball right behind second base, and Barbero was having to come from the second base position to tag the bag and throw across his body to first.
Yeah, Kroc was pretty close there to that second base bag. Didn't think he could beat the runner there. His momentum was actually taking him to the right side of the second base bag, so that awkward flip you mentioned where this good passer looks over to first, nothing doing over at first. Kroc makes that flip to the second baseman Barbero, who's kind of moving the opposite direction as him. A little bit of an awkward play, but able to get the out. Barbero just not able to have enough time to get speed of Gillen over at first. This one is lifted to right field. Marachnik going back. He'll settle under it, and that's another quick inning. Scoreless for Goodpasser. Through 3 scoreless. Butler offense coming up in the bottom of the third. Top of the lineup, due up here for Butler, Jack Marachnik, A.J. Solomon, and Jack Bello up for the Bulldogs.
See if Marachnik can get on base here, be the leadoff guy on base. Obviously, he's being that leadoff hitter today, and not the spot he's used to, being in the 2-hole, usually being in the 2-hole.
Marachnik takes the first pitch low and inside, a heavy shift. They're playing on Marachnik. 3 infielders on the right side of the second base bag. A lot of room down that right field line, however. The right fielder playing well off that line. As Marachnik lifts this one into the right center gap. Looks like center fielder Gillen will call for it. Marachnik is tired for a quick first out.
And Marachnik a little upset at himself there. Just got under that one. That's definitely the pitch he wanted, but A.J. Solomon will come up to the plate for the Dogs. Walked in his last at bat.
A.J. Solomon.
Solomon trying to get another runner on for this Bulldog offense. Perfect spot with Bello behind him. Get a runner on, maybe spark something for this Bulldog offense. First pitch grounded right back up the middle, and he does just that. A runner on for the Bulldogs. Solomon singles up the middle as Jack Bello steps up to the plate.
Great job by Solomon there, jumping on the first pitch. A walk and a base hit now. He's one of those guys that you can always trust just to get on base. .448 on base percentage on the season coming into this game.
Pino not wanting to walk Solomon again. He saw that good plate approach that Solomon had in the first. Tries to attack him with that first pitch fastball, and Solomon was just able to put that one right back up the middle.
See if Bello comes back with an adjustment here after striking out on 3 pitches.
He pops this one up towards the left side. Shortstop Ben North running after it. He's going to make the call, and he'll make the catch. So 2 outs now for Tommy Townsend, who doubled his first time up. Same situation, 2 outs. Solomon on first, Townsend up for the Bulldogs. See if they can get a run out of it this time.
And Townsend jumped on the first pitch in his last at-bat and scolded that ball in the right field for a double. Let's see how much room they'll give him in right field this time. Doesn't look like as much, but still a lot.
Also be interesting to see the approach from Pina if he goes right after Townsend again with 2 outs, or if he's a little more cautious. Salmon on the move to second, throw down in time. So a caught stealing from the catcher, Connor Capisi. That'll send the Blue Jays back up to the plate. 3-4-5 due up when we come back for Creighton. Three, 4, 5 due up for the Blue Jays, starting off with Nolan Sailors. Best hitter in the lineup for the Blue Jays. See if he can get something started out for this offense that hasn't had much going. Just 1 hit, 1 walk through 3 innings off of Butler starting pitcher Marcus Goodpaster. So he gets ready and sets for the first pitch. Fouled straight back at us in the booth. The 0-1. Sailors 0 for 1 so far today. Swings and grounds this one back to Goodpaster. He'll make the play on the backhand and the throw over to first. Retire Sailors for a first out.
Good play there by Goodpaster just to calmly field that ball and make a calm, soft throw to first to get that first out.
That one off the end of the bat from Sailors. A little bit of a change up on the speed back to Goodpaster. Caught him off guard a little bit. Fielded that one on the backhand hop. Good throw over to first. Bring up shortstop Ben North. North awaits the 0-0. That one's upstairs for ball 1. 0 for 7 so far in this series for Ben North. Not been good time for him here at Bulldog Park. Does still have those 2 RBIs and 3 stolen bases, despite being 0 for 7. He's now ahead 2-0.
Yeah, last pitch there, Goodpaster threw that slider outside, tried to get him to chase to get the count to 1-1.
North grounded out to third his first time up. Takes that pitch low, now 3-0. Goodpaster has had good control so far this season in 61 innings, just 16 walks. 1 already so far today. Now facing a 3-0 count to the Creighton 4-hitter. He'll deal that one in for a strike, now 3-1.
Goodpaster does a great job on those counts where he's behind in the count. Throw a pitch on the corner and locate it to get back in it.
3-1 from Goodpaster in there, strike 2. Goodpaster's not afraid of the 3-ball counts. We've seen him getting a few already. He trusts his stuff. He knows he can dial it into the strike zone when he needs. Now a 3-2 count. See if he can get an out here from this 3-0 count. This one's hammered down the left field line. Foul. We'll run it back on a full count.
Wouldn't be surprised to see good pass to go with maybe a change up here. Looked like he went with a fastball there in.
North has pulled some balls today, ground out to third, and that one down the third baseline and foul. Another off-speed pitch. He'll roll that one foul past his head coach down at third as well. 3-2 count still. He's been working Ben North inside. Maybe change of pace here. Go outside with the slider. Seems to be his out pitch in these 2 strike counts. Good passer sets and fires with the full count. Outside just, it looked like. So North will draw the walk. Not much else you want if you're the Bulldog pitching staff there. That's a good pitch on that outer third, just not able to get the call.
Went with the heat there, just missed his spot.
North 3 stolen bases yesterday, taking his lead over there at first. Not on the move. His first pitch to the catcher, Connor Capisi, outside.
Capisi hit a hard hit ground ball to Solomon last time he got in the outfield. Stretched that one into a double. Capacitor was able to get out of the inning as he's done so well with the damage control.
On the move is North. This one's fouled off by Capisi. So it's now twice now this Blue Jay offense has been on the move from first base, and both times their hitters have swung at the pitches. Not sure if they're happening to run 2 hit and runs early or if they're just liking these pitches they see at the exact same time their runners are on the move. As good passer checks at first. North slides back in safely. Barbero shading over to second. As good passer checks again on the runner at first. Looks like Barbero will be the one to take a throw down from the catcher, Gunnar Duncan, if we see North on the move yet again. As good passer sets and holds. Not on the move is North, but that one will get by Duncan. That one will probably be a pass ball. Seemed like Duncan should have corralled that one. Just sneaks through the glove. And now North moves up to second. A runner in scoring position for the Blue Jays, just 1 out.
Looked like Duncan was sort of paying attention to the runner there while he was trying to catch it at the same time. So that one just went to the backstop. Unfortunate there with now with the runner in scoring position.
Barbero holding on North at second base. Good passer takes a peek. A good move over to second. Oh, just not in time. Little inside move from Goodpaster. That leg kick up had North taking his secondary lead too early, and as he spun back on the inside move, maybe a better throw down low for Barbero. Gets that tag in, but North a little swim move to the back of the bag, just able to beat the tag.
Looked like North definitely did get in there in time as Barbero was pretty upset, but
slider misses upstairs. Now 3-1 to Connor Capice.
good passer does have that base open at first. Probably want to be afraid to put Caprese on first base via walk.
C hammers this one towards center field. Going back is Drum on the run. He'll make the play as North tags up, and he'll make it easily to third base. So now a runner at third base for 2 outs, and it'll bring up the first baseman, Will McLean.
Now batting number 17, first baseman.
McLean will have that favorable righty-lefty matchup here. Guy on third, but there are 2 outs for Goodpaster.
Goodpaster able to get another out of a 3-ball count there as he retires Capisi on that fly ball to Drum in center. Runner on third now, 2 outs. See if Goodpaster can escape the jam. First pitch fouled back.
McLean definitely wanted that first pitch there, sort of on the outside corner.
Clean fouled out to the third baseman, Solomon, last time up. Waits the 0-1. Swing and a miss on a good changeup downstairs from Goodpaster. 0-2 count now to McLean.
Goodpaster probably has a lot of options here, 0-2. Does have that guy on third. Don't want to put one in the dirt to where it can be becoming a problem for the runner to score.
See what Goodpaster goes with here. Catcher Duncan setting up outside, and that's where he goes. That one misses just too far off the plate. Now 1-2. Goodpaster sets, checks the runner at third. On the way with the 1-2. Fouled off down the left field line.
See if Goodpaster tries to go back to that slider, sort of down low, get a swing and miss.
Duncan appears to be setting outside again, and he is. That changeup in the dirt, now 2-2, evens up the count for McLean.
Good block by Duncan to keep it in front of him, keep that runner at bay at third.
2-2 count, runner on third. Scoreless ball game here in the top of the fourth as Goodpaster deals to McLean. That one fouled straight back.
Goodpaster may have gotten away with one there. McLean fouled that one off back to the backstop.
Feels like Goodpaster left that one a little bit too high up in the zone for his liking. See what they go with now. They've been working a steady diet of outside off-speed pitches. So they throw the slider, and it's a little bloop. The left fielder able to make the plays. Townsend on the run, retires the side. So Goodpaster through 4 innings, scoreless, just 1 hit allowed. So we send Butler's offense through the heart of the order. 4, 5, 6 due up next. Tommy Townsend stepping up for the Bulldogs. 1 for 1 so far today with that double down that right field line. He was up last inning, but Solomon thrown out at second base on the stolen base attempt. Now brings Townsend back up for another plate appearance.
Dogs will look to work Pinau's pitch count this inning.
Good curveball. Not sure where that one missed. Maybe inside. Like a good pitch. Froze Townsend a little bit. Not expecting that curveball. We haven't seen it much so far. As Townsend chases that pitch up and out. 1-1 now the count.
On the year for Pinau, hitters are batting .545 as the leadoff batter against him. See if Tommy Townsend can increase those points right here.
That pitch right down the middle, strike 2, another fastball. So after a first pitch curveball, back-to-back heaters from Pinau to Townsend.
Probably the best pitch Townsend's going to see in this AB. Definitely would go back and take that one if he could.
Another heater upstairs from Pinau. Now 2-2 the count. Pinau on the way with 2-2. Swung on it and missed. Another strikeout as Townsend goes down swinging. That'll bring the total up to 6 strikeouts through 3 1/3. for Pinau.
36, Ryan Drum.
Pinau only has 45 pitches through 3 1/3 so far today, so the Dogs are definitely going to want to start racking that up.
Center fielder Ryan Drum steps up to the plate now, swings at the 0-0 and falls it straight back into the netting. Drum 0 for 1 so far today with a strikeout, 286 average on the year, 8 stolen bases, so maybe a threat to run if he gets on here with 1 out. Takes that one inside, evens the count up at 1-1.
See if Drum could maybe plug a gap here too and try and get extra bases and maybe a triple as well.
That right field line is wide open. It seems like Creighton has a scouting report on Butler that they're not going to pull one or go oppo down that right field line as Drum swings and misses. But we've seen for lefties and righties that entire right side of that right field line just being wide open. Right fielder Dieters has played well over to his left. It's 1-2 from Pinau. Curveball lifted in the air to the second baseman, calling it is Hess. That'll retire Drum. So 2 quick outs from Pinau will bring up first baseman Will Burgess.
Drum definitely got it. That one where he could have wanted it, just popped it up.
Will Burgess.
See if Burgess can maybe get a hold of one here as well, maybe. Put some jolt into some balls yesterday.
Burgess flew out to the center fielder his first time up. He takes that first pitch low. Pinau still under 50 pitches. This will be his 50th right here through 3 2/3. It's working efficiently so far as Burgess swings over the top of that changeup. It's now 1-1.
Good pitch there from Pinau. It seems like he's been throwing a lot of fastballs to the left-handed hitters, but pulled the string there on Burgess.
Burgess swings and lifts this one deep out to right field, but the right fielder will be under it, and Dieters will make the play. So a pitching battle so far from these two teams through 4 innings, scoreless here at Bulldog Park.
The Bulldogs scored.
Matt Sherman due up for the Blue Jays here in the top of the 5th. 7-8-9 up for this Creighton order. Is good passer back out for a 5th inning of work. Just 58 pitches for him. Just 1 hit allowed so far. As he deals that first pitch in there for a strike. Good passer. been pretty good so far, limiting the damage. Those 2 walks, we've seen him in a lot of 3-ball counts. That's why the pitch count a little bit higher than maybe expected due to his line. So that slider is lifted deep to left field, and that one is way out of here. Sherman destroys that one out to left. Bat flips it down the first base line, and that's a first run of the game. Creighton up early, 1-0.
Yeah, he got a hanging breaking ball there right down the middle, and he surely took advantage of it. He hit it high, but he also hit it far. I didn't really see that one land. That ball was destroyed. Did have to pimp that one too with a bat flip.
Townsend out there in left field gave that one the courtesy jog, but you could tell he knew off the bat he had no chance. Just made it look a little closer than it was, but that one off the bat was a no-doubter. Sherman knew it. The Creighton dugout knew it. Everybody knew it. Good passer now fires that pitch upstairs, 1-0. Now to Kyle Hess, the second baseman. Swing and a miss from Hess now, 1-1. Sherman, that was just his third home run on the year, but that one was a no-doubter. That would be a homer in nearly every ballpark in college baseball. Hess takes that one inside.
Good passer really just has to shake that one off. It's only a solo shot, 1 run. Obviously, Butler bats haven't been able to do much today, but it is just a solo shot. Shake that one off and get 3 outs and get out of the inning.
Goodpaster misses outside now, 3-1 the count. And we'd seen Goodpaster get away with some of those sliders. He left a few sliders early in the game up in the zone, especially with 2 strikes. This one hammered out to right field, and that one's going to get down. There'll be extra bases for Kyle Hess. So 2 batters, 2 hits for Creighton. A homer and a double from the 7-8 hitters now brings up the 9 hitter, Dakota Duffalo.
Yeah, that ball was scolded out towards right, short out the wall. Jack Maroknik was shaded definitely more towards center fielder there, as Creighton has been doing all game as well. So easy double there for Hess.
Now looks like a few players from that Butler dugout will jog out down the left field line, heading towards the bullpen. Maybe just to start loosening out there. Goodpaster had been excellent through 4 innings, but now some hard contact from the bottom of the order. 2 extra base hits to start it off for Creighton. Maybe a bit of worry for head coach Beamer. Let's now get a meeting out here on the mound from the Butler pitching coach, trying to settle down Goodpaster after this rough start.
Does have the 9 hitter Dakota Duffalo up here. This is going to be a big out for him.
Duffalo flew out to left his first time up, but we've seen this bottom of the Creighton order put some good swings on the ball. Hit the ball hard this inning. Goodpaster's got to try and dial in his approach. We've seen him get into these 3-ball counts throughout the game, and it feels like now it's starting to get to him. Some of that fatigue early on here, just through 4 innings. Runner on second now is home plate umpire Jay Myers will make his way out to the mound, break up this meeting, and get us to resume play here.
Probably also stalling some time for the guys in the bullpen. Start to get loose maybe. Saw 2 guys go out there. Wouldn't be surprised to see Duffalo maybe try and lay down a bunt here. He tried on the first pitch of his first at-bat, but there's nothing doing on that. He ended up flying out to left.
Perfect time to lay down a bunt, especially for Creighton. It's been a low-scoring game so far, and your pitcher, Jack Pinow, is absolutely shoving on the bump. Just trust them. We know they've got that good bullpen. Do the Blue Jays, so maybe lay down a bunt here. Give your leadoff hitter a runner on third with just 1 out. Looks like Duffalo did tip his hand there as Goodpaster kicked on the inside move pickoff to second base. We saw Duffalo drop his hands on the bat there. Not sure if anyone in the Butler dugout did notice that, but it looked like Duffalo may have tipped his hands as catcher Gunnar Duncan out there giving the signs. Third baseman playing pretty far, and it looks like we also do have a defensive switch. Danny Barbero is at third base now with A.J. Solomon over at second base. Scoring bunt again. He'll get this one down. It's a good one down the first base line. Goodpaster will get the out at first, but not before they move the runner Hess over to third base. So great job from the 9 hitter Dakota Duffalo, able to move the runner on now. Runner on third with 1 out for the leadoff guy, Tate Gillen.
Looks like the corner of the Butler infield is going to play in here as the middle infielders will play at their normal depth. Barbero and Burgess will be in on the grass.
Gillen swings over the top of that first pitch changeup from Goodpaster. Good pitch on the outer third from him. We'll see if he stays out there. He's done some tunneling with that fastball changeup, fastball approach on that outer third to some of these lefties. Sliders had some command issues so far this inning, leaving it up in the zone. We'll see what he goes with here. Fastball driven out to center field. Drum under it. Tagging at third base is Hess. And the throw from Drum will not have a chance. So a sac fly out to center field for the center fielder. Tate Gillen gives the Blue Jays a 2-0 lead here in the fifth.
Good job by Tate Gillen there, just signing it pitch, driving it deep enough out to center field to get that run home. 2-0 Blue Jays now.
So now 2 outs and nobody on for Teddy Dieters, the junior right fielder. He's 1 for 3 yesterday with 2 RBIs. We'll see if he can get himself on, maybe start a second rally here for the Blue Jays. He swings at the first pitch and grounds it down the third base line, but foul. It's interesting to see this switch on the infield defensively for the Bulldogs. Not sure why this is the case here in the fifth inning, but Barbero and Salmon have swapped back in their positions that we expected to see them in. Dieters swings over the top of that pitch from Goodpass, now 0-2. So interesting to see now Barbero back at third base, where we've seen him a lot this year, and Salmon back at second base, where we've seen him a lot this year too. 0-2 now from Goodpaster. Slider grounded to third. Barbero fields it. Throw over to first base in time. It'll retire the side, but not before 2 runs cross the plate from Creighton. A big home run from Matt Sherman to left field gets the scoring started, and then a second run tacked on the sac fly from center fielder Tate Gillen. 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the fifth. So after 2 runs in the top of the fifth from Creighton, Butler looks to respond. 7, 8, and 9 due up. Danny Barbero, Logan Kroc, and Gunnar Duncan due up for the Bulldogs as Barbero will step in and face Jack Penow, the starter, through 4 innings, just 3 hits allowed from him. 6 Ks as well on his tally.
Only has 52 pitches in the 5th inning.
Barbero
Bulldogs
lifts
are
this
going to
foul.
Bulldogs are going to want to rack that pitch count up.
Yeah, we've seen Penow be efficient, just the 1 walk so far. He had 11 walks through 22 innings coming into this game. Just 1 walk so far through 4. Barbero gets ready to face the 0-1. That one downstairs, Steven up at 1-1. Penow sets and fires with the 1-1. Swung on and lifted to right field. Right fielder Dieter's going back, and he'll get under it. Be the first out of the inning. It's Penow, another quick out to start the inning.
That one just went off Looked like it went off sort of the end of Barbero's bat there.
The shortstop, number 1, Logan Brock.
Croc is 1 for 1 on the day. He had that little bloop single out towards the shortstop in left field.
First pitch in there upstairs to Croc. It's a perfect opportunity for this Bulldog offense to get some runners on. For that top of the lineup, Jack Marachnik, 15 home runs. He's one of the better sluggers in the nation. Get some runners on for him. Give him an opportunity to drive in some runs. So that pitch downstairs, now 2-0 to Croc.
And Croc is 6 for 6 for stolen bases on the year. Obviously got to get on base first.
Bulldogs offense needs some runners on base. 2-0 to Croc. Outside ball 3. Feels like the take sign will be on here.
Yeah, definitely. Wouldn't be surprised if Pino kind of just threw a fastball right down the middle just to get back in the strike zone.
Tries to do just that, but he misses inside. So a 4-pitch walk from Jack Pino puts a runner on for the Bulldogs here. Gunnar Duncan stepping up to the plate.
Duncan was fooled in his last at-bat on that last pitch, off-speed pitch right down the middle. See if he made an adjustment coming back into this at-bat. Trying to turn the lineup back over to Marachnik.
You mentioned those 6 steals from Croc over there at first base. So he takes his lead. It'll be interesting to see if he runs. A righty in the batter's box. Not running on the first pitch. This one grounded to the shortstop. Bobbles it. No play at second, but it'll get the out at first base. So what felt like a surefire double play over to the shortstop, Ben North, bobbled it on the hop. Still able to corral it and make the throw over to first and retire Gunnar Duncan. But now a runner on second for the leadoff hitter, Jack Marachnik.
Number 16, Jack.
Started off Marachnik with the last at-bat with an off-speed pitch in the dirt, so see if he maybe gets a pitch to hit here. I'm sure he might be looking at that first pitch. Pitching coach for Creighton will come out.
Good time to talk over some strategy here. We'll see how Creighton goes about this with Marachnik, clearly the best hitter in this Butler lineup, can do the most damage. He can even this one up with just one swing. Maybe talk over some strategy. Do have an open base at first. Maybe kind of pitch around him, trying to force Marachnik to get himself out. Don't give him anything to hit. See if he'll chase something and put it in play. But Solomon on deck. It's been pretty good against Pino so far. 1 for 1 with a walk. So interesting to see who they choose to attack. If they go with Marachnik, best hitter in the Butler lineup, or Solomon on deck, who's had the most success so far today.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him attack Marachnik, maybe just pitch around him, as you said. He does struggle with the chase sometimes, so maybe he could get aggressive here with that runner in scoring position and maybe chase a couple pitches in the dirt.
The wind is blowing in from right field, so maybe that impacts their decision. Trying to force a fly ball. We know Marachnik can still get one out of here, even with this wind, but maybe that aids their case. First pitch curveball. That'll get away from the catcher, and Croc will take third as Pino bounced that curveball in the dirt, and the catcher, Connor Capisi, just unable to corral that one. That one bounced up the third base line. Croc.
Yeah, that one's a tough one there for the catcher Capisi. That one bounced way in front of home plate. Definitely going to be a wild pitch there.
Interesting to see if this changes maybe some of the thought process from Creighton. Now the runner on third. Got to be careful here. They're still going at Marachnik. It seems like that one a fastball inside. So 6 straight balls that Pino has thrown. A 4-pitch walk to Croc. Curveball in the dirt and then a fastball in the dirt. 2-0 now to Marachnik.
Marachnik definitely has that idea that they're probably not going to give him anything to hit.
They give him one to hit right there, and he'll lace that one over the first baseman's head for a single, but he'll drive in Croc in doing so. Looks like Pino decided to challenge him. Marachnik still off the end of the bat there, maybe a little bit early, but does just enough to bring in a run for the Bulldogs.
Does just that. Got that pitch to hit on the 2-0 count. Looked like he went with an off-speed pitch there. Good job by Marachnik, just putting the bat to the ball and getting a run in.
A.J. Solomon now stepping up to the plate, 1 for 1 with a single up the middle of the infield his last time up. Walked in the first inning, 2 outs now. Rocknick on first as Salmon scores the bunt, and he'll pop this one straight back and foul.
See if Solomon can put up another good AB here. Get one of the better hitters in the Butler lineup back up, Jack Bello.
Rocknick leads off from first. Solomon at the plate, 0-1 the count. Pinow delivers. Curveball misses outside. Sherman, the third baseman, not playing on the grass despite that first pitch bunt attempt from Solomon. He's playing even deeper now than the previous pitch. We'll see if Solomon goes back to that bunt. He won't. He'll foul that one straight back. So now 2 strikes. Threat of a bunt out of the way.
See what Pete now comes with here. Definitely knows it's going to be hard to get Solomon to chase. See if he maybe tries to pull one on the outside corner, going off the end of the bat.
Solomon just 31 strikeouts compared to those 30 walks that he has. Tough guy to strike out. He's got a good eye. But that curveball beautifully bends in there for a called strike 3. Freezes Solomon on that 1-2 count. And a perfect pitch to escape a jam from Jack Pinow. But not before Butler gets one off the bat of a Jack Maroknik RBI single. As we head to the top of the 6th, Creighton leads 2-1. Back here at Bulldog Park for the top of the 6th as Nolan Sailors will step up, the 3-hitter for Creighton. Good passer back out for another inning of work. First pitch in there, first strike 1. Sailors maybe squared around the bunt again. Another defensive change for the Bulldogs. Swapping that second and third baseman back as Sailors lines this one down the right field line. It'll be a foul ball, just barely. Would have been extra bases for sure from Sailors. But 0-2 now the count is good passer working ahead early.
That was trouble there for the Bulldogs. Could have been, definitely would have been two bags there. Definitely could have been 3 as well.
And back to those defensive changements. A.J. Solomon back at third base, and now Danny Barbero back at second base. Swapped them a couple times already through this game. Back to where they started this game out, but maybe not so much in their natural positions. It's good passer fires with the 0-2. Fastball upstairs. Good passer. Comes back again with the 1-2. This one grounded to the right side. Fielders Burgess throw over to good passer. Not in time as Sailors beats that one out down the line. Tough play there. A little in-betweener between the second baseman and first baseman. Burgess over to field that one. Good passer, just not able to beat Sailors over to the bag.
Tough play to make. That one was hit pretty soft, so it's been tough play for the second baseman Barbero to make. But good passer just could not get back in time.
What feels like off the bat a quick out for good passer now. It's a tricky situation with Sailor over at first base as he takes a look at him. Pickoff throw not in time, but Sailor's fastest guy in this Blue Jay lineup. 21 stolen bases on 23 attempts so far this year. Added 2 to that tally yesterday with nobody out here. Interesting to see if he's on the move as he takes his lead over there at first. Not on the move. As this pitch is lifted to center field. Drum moving back. He's under it, and he'll make the play. So Goodpaster retires. Ben North again for the 8th time this series. Ben North comes up empty at the plate.
Now batting the catcher, number 2, Connor Capizzi.
PC 1 for 2 on the day. Had a double in his first at bat and flied out to center in his second. See if Goodpaster can keep one on the ground here. Turn 2.
Sailor's leading off from first, has that open stance with that right foot, allowing him to get his hips into movement, maybe steal this bag. PC follows this first pitch straight back. Goodpaster comes set. And on the way with the 0-1. The scoring bunt was Capisi, but he'll take that one up and inside. Now 1-1. Interesting to see Capisi square around a bunt here with 1 out, a runner on first. Feels like Sailors might be able to just take that second bag himself. Seen the speed already in this series. He's on the move. Pitch out. Good throw. And in time. A perfectly executed play from Butler as Coach Beamer, both hands in the air, celebrating that one from Gunnar Duncan as a pitch out from Goodpaster and a perfect throw down. Shortstop Logan Kroc applies the tag, and in plenty of time to throw out Sailors.
Yeah, timed that one up perfectly. Coach Beamer did. Great throw by Duncan there just to get it in there in time still to get Sailors out.
Could be a huge momentum swing in this game. Felt like Creighton was maybe threatening with some speed, as that one will clip Capisi maybe on the shoulder, maybe just the jersey. Now another runner on first here. 2 outs now, though. That'll bring up the first baseman, Will McLean.
Flew out to left in his last at bat. He had a runner on third when he was up. Got jammed and flew out to Tommy Townsend out there.
Capisi, no stolen bases over there at first base on the year, so not a threat you'd think. Squares bunt does McLean. It's a good one. Solomon gloves the throw, just not in time. A great bunt from McLean. And a big guy like him, you don't expect him to move that well. Good power. Able to just lay one down, catch the Bulldogs maybe sleeping a little bit.
Yeah, tough play there. 2 outs. You're not expecting a bunt or anything like that at all. So McLean was able to get down the line quick enough before the Solomon throw got to first.
Solomon made a pretty good play on that one, fielded that one on the run with the glove hand, just not able to make the transfer in time. Clean move pretty well down that first base line. Out of that left-handed batter's box as well, a little jump start on his way to first. First pitch in there to Matt Sherman, the man who homered in the previous inning, is downstairs. See if Goodpaster even thinks about going back to that slider. He left that one up in the zone, and it got absolutely torched to left field last time. We'll see if he goes back to it at all. That one in there, even it up at 1-1 now.
Sherman wasn't too fond of that call. Definitely thought that pitch was outside.
Barbero, the second baseman, holding the runner on at second. Goodpaster's 1-1, misses downstairs for ball 2.
Definitely not the type of count you want to be in for someone who had a home run off you in the 5th inning.
2-1 from Goodpaster, misses inside. It's ball 3. And on deck also Kyle Hess in his at-bat last inning scolded one down that right field line and off the wall on the 1-hop for a double. So it doesn't get any easier for Goodpaster. Both these guys have seen him well with only one base open. He's going to have to pitch to one of the two of them. His 3-1 pitch is hammered again to left. He's bat flipping, and Creighton 3 more runs on the board. A second homer of the game for Matt Sherman, and Creighton leads this one 5-1.
Yeah, that one was same spot in the strike zone and same spot over the wall. That one was also destroyed by Sherman. Tough there for Goodpaster to get those 2 outs and then give up a home run.
Creighton hitting the Ronaldo celebration in the dugout a second time for Matt Sherman as he unloaded on that one again. Both of those were absolute no-doubters. The home plate umpire, Jay Myers, was pushing him down the first base line as he was flexing, as this one singled up the middle for Kyle Hess. So first pitch, ground ball up the middle, but back to that home run from Sherman. He knew it right off the bat. He was flexing towards his Blue Jay dugout, and just feels like the bottom of the order has been doing a lot of work for this Blue Jays offense.
Hey, Coach Beamer's going to come out and either talk to Goodpaster or take him out of the game. The 9-hitter Dakota Delfilo's up now, so it's definitely his last batter here for Goodpaster after giving up that home run. Give Sherman 4 RBIs on the day.
You look at this top 4 in the Creighton batting order. 1 for 10 on the day, but then you move down in the lineup. Connor Capisi, the 5-hitter, 1 for 2. Will McLean, 1 for 3, just laid down that bunt single. Matt Sherman, 2 for 3. Kyle Hess, 2 for 2. So it's this 5 through 8 in the Creighton lineup that has really caused some issues for Goodpaster.
Definitely gives all the momentum to Creighton now after that big home run. Dugout went crazy. Sherman was going crazy as well.
Goodpaster checks on the runner. Hess over there at first. And those 2 home runs from Sherman today match his season total of 2 through his 104 at-bats so far. So a fantastic day for him. Matches his season total in homers and doubles up his tally now. Up to 4 on the year. Hess leads off from first. Goodpaster deals with the 0-0, misses outside. 9-hitter Dakota Duffalo, 0 for 1 so far today. Laid down a bunt last inning to move Hess over to third before he came in on a sac fly from the leadoff hitter Tate Gillen. He hits this one out to left, pretty shallow, and Tommy Townsend will make the running catch. So that'll do it for the Creighton top half of the 6th, but not before another homer from the bat of Matt Sherman, and Creighton will take this lead up to 5-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Jack Bell will lead things off for the Bulldog lineup in the bottom of the 6th. 3-4-5 due up. 0 for 2 is Bello so far today. Strikeout in the first inning. Popped out to the shortstop, but trying to get back on the board. They responded in the bottom of the 5th after Creighton put up 2. They put up 1 to respond. Creighton now puts up 3 in the top of the 6th. See if This Butler offense can respond. Bellows swinging at that first pitch, 0-1.
Dogs do have a lot of work here to do. Down 4 runs now in the bottom of the 6th.
Bellows been aggressive today so far at the plate. He's swung at a lot of pitches so far. Doesn't swing at that one as that one's outside. It'll even up a 1-1. This Creighton offense is being absolutely fueled by their 7-hitter, Matt Sherman. Bellows takes another one outside. He's done most of the damage so far for them. He's got 4 RBIs out of their 5 runs and 2 homers for him. Really, really carrying that Creighton offense. Bellows hammers that one into the Butler dugout. Looks like that one avoided everyone, but that one went right by Tommy Townsend, who's standing on deck. Not expecting a line drive pulled right at your face from a right-handed hitter when you're right behind him.
Super early on that one.
And in seeing him be super early, Jack Penow will go to that hammer curveball we've seen, and that one will bounce in there. Now it'll be 2-2. See if they stay with that off-speed. Bellows super early on that previous foul ball. Penow now comes in, throws another curveball, and Bellows early yet again lifts this one foul down that left field line. Bellows will lift this one high out to the center fielder, Gillen, who will make his way under it and retire Bellows for the first out of the inning.
That ball was hit extremely high. Bellows got one hit there, just popped it up deep out, or midway out to center field.
Bellows been swinging early and often in those counts. Just got himself behind. Maybe a little bit too early, not able to work with some of the better pitches he got there, be a little bit more aggressive on those better pitches to hit. As Townsend now steps up, takes that first pitch outside. Townsend doubled in the first, struck out, swinging in the 4th. Townsend will chase that one upstairs. Be 1-1 now. Looks like a little bit of loosening out in that Creighton bullpen. Somebody's loosely throwing out there, still with a sweatshirt on, to a catcher down there, and also a Creighton closer stretching out. As Townsend chases another one, this time in the dirt, 1-2. P now up to 75 pitches through 5 1/3. Just 4 hits allowed and 1 run. Townsend will hold off on that one. That fastball maybe tailing a little bit outside. Seven strikeouts so far from Penow, looking for his 8th. But that one will get Townsend on the inside of the leg. He'll take that one all day long. Now a runner on for the Bulldogs here with 1 out.
That's all the Bulldogs can need there, just 1 runner on base to start a little rally.
Ryan Drum now stepping up to the plate. Struck out in first inning, popped out to the second baseman in his second at bat. Townsend not really a threat over there. No stolen bases on the year. Drum will square bunt and not connect. Looked like the catcher, Connor Capisi, maybe had a shot at Townsend over at first base. He took that aggressive secondary lead on the bunt attempt. Capisi decided not to throw down towards first. So now 0-1 to Drum. Not scoring bunt, but swinging and missing on that off-speed pitch on the outer third. Quickly 0-2. He now sets and fires with the 0-2. That one misses outside. It'll make it 1-2. Will Burgess due up next for the Bulldogs. Tommy Townsend on first, and Drum awaiting the 1-2. That one misses low. We'll make it 2-2.
Pino definitely a little upset at himself after that pitch there. Definitely missed his spot.
Looks like that loosening in that Creighton bullpen we mentioned is starting to heat up. Starting to get a little bit more loose down there. As that curveball is swung on and missed. And Pino picks up his 8th strikeout of the day. Drum chases that curveball in the dirt.
Baseman number 26, Will Burgess.
Burgess 2 flyouts so far today. 1 to the center fielder and 1 to the right fielder. Saw him lift that one deep to right center yesterday. Got called an out on the fly. Should have been a double. See if he can do some damage here. He takes first pitch over the heart of the plate for strike 1.
Would have been a good pitch to hit there for Burgess.
Townsend still leads off from first. Burgess, the lefty, in the box. Swings over that one. Quickly 0-2.
Pino has a lot of options here probably after Burgess taking that first pitch and being pretty early on that second one, swinging right over it.
Pino climbing towards 85 pitches, 8 strikeouts so far on the day. Burgess grounds this one to the third baseman. They'll go to second and get the putout. So another scoreless inning from Jack Pino as he limits this Butler offense 5-1 through 6. Goodpaster back out for a 7th inning of work here. At 90 pitches, he faces the top of the order. However, this top of the order has struggled against him so far today. 1, 2, 3 due up. They are just a combined 1 for 8 so far, with the first 2, Gillen and Dieters, not recording a hit so far today. This will be crucial here for Goodpaster to try and get a quick out or 2 before facing that 3-hitter. First pitch fires in there for a strike. Gillen flew out to the right fielder Maroknik in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the third, and a sac fly brought in a run in the 5th. Quickly 0-2 as Goodpaster fired that one in for a called strike yet again. 0-2 from Goodpaster. This one lifted out into the right center gap. Drum chasing after it. He doesn't have a play. This one's off the wall. Gillen rounding second. He's going to go for third. The throw from Kroc on time. And he's out at third. A fantastic relay. Drum fires it into Kroc. Kroc fires it into Solomon and applies the tag. And they'll retire Gillen as he hits that one deep off the wall in center, unable to leg it out for a triple.
The start when that one was in the air, it looked like it may have been just a regular fly ball that Drum would be able to catch, but it carried all the way to the outfield, bounced straight off the center field fence. But yeah, great relay by Drum, getting it in quick, not rushing the throw, and another great relay throw by, I believe it was Danny Barbero to A.J. Solomon at third to tag Gillen and get the out.
First pitch from Goodpaster misses just outside. (1-0) from Goodpaster. That one up and in. Dieters did not go.
See if Goodpaster can locate a pitch.
He will do so on the inner third there. Dieters not very pleased with that call, but back to that play in the outfield. Interesting to see Gillen take his chances at third. A runner on second with no outs is a great opportunity to add an insurance run. That one misses downstairs, but Gillen, rounded second, trying to go for third. Never want to make that first out at third base, but unfortunately for him, he fell into that category this time. 3-1 from Goodpaster. In there, strike two. Dieters didn't like that one again. He had started his walk down towards first base.
Seemed like that one was definitely a good pitch there in the heart of the strike zone.
Full count from Goodpaster. That one misses just outside. Another close one. Goodpaster shaking his head. He wanted that one. Now up towards 95 pitches. We'll see if head coach Blake Beamer makes his way out. Hasn't done so yet. Facing the three hitter and probably the best hitter in this Creighton lineup, Nolan Sailors. Pickoff throw over to first, not in time.
Goodpaster loves those early pickoff moves as soon as he steps on the rubber. See if he goes back there again.
Dieters just one stolen base on the year. Another pickoff throw. That one almost wide, but a nice grab by Burgess. Seen Goodpaster, like you mentioned, go over there early and often, trying to limit this Creighton running game, which we saw go crazy in that first game. 10 stolen bases from them as they plowed their way towards 12 runs. Meeting on the mound is catcher Gunnar Duncan. Will head out and have a chat with Goodpaster here. One out runner on first here in the top of the seventh.
Yeah, tough batter here for Goodpaster to be facing. Going to see probably conversation to see how he wants to attack Sailors.
Four hitter on deck is Ben North. 0 for 6 yesterday, 0 for 2 so far today. So he's 0 for 8 so far in this series. Feels like maybe a good time to catch him if you can get past the three hitter Sailors here. North struggling so far in this series. Maybe catching him in a slump. Help Goodpaster get through 7. That pitch will miss outside though. 1-0 to start.
Goodpaster definitely showing some signs of fatigue right now on the bump.
Goodpaster kicks with the 1-0, misses in that same spot outside. He's got to dial in his command here. Don't want to put 2 on for the 4 hitter. Pitch count about to hit 100 from Goodpaster. This one's lined up the middle, maybe off Goodpaster's foot. Looks like they're saying that one kicked off the mound, off Goodpaster's foot and into the air to Kroc. Looks like Coach Beamer instantly out to argue that that one did not hit the ground.
Looks like the umpires may converge and talk this one over.
There's 2 outcomes here. Either the Bulldogs just got a double play off the foot of Goodpaster to the glove of Kroc and fired over to first to Burgess to double up that runner, or they're going to say that one glanced off the dirt. See home plate umpire walking towards Coach Beamer. Beamer doesn't look too happy. Looks like they're going to stick with the original call. That one glanced off the dirt before popping up. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, that one would have been at least 1 out, if not a double play, if that gets by Goodpaster's foot. Taylor-made double play. Instead, the runner reaches and Coach Beamer will come out, and it looks like that will be all from Marcus Goodpaster. So the total line, 6 1/3, 8 hits, 5 earned on 3 walks, 2 strikeouts from Goodpaster. Beamer taking his time out here, trying to give that pitcher as much time as he can, but not before good passer's outing will be done. So we're going to send this one to break. When we come back, we've got a new pitcher on the mound here in the top of the 7th. So correction here, it looks like Marcus Goodpasser is going to stay out there. He's at 100+ pitches. It was interesting because we saw Simon Lind jog out from the bullpen in left field, behind that left field wall. He was all the way up to third base, ready to run onto the field before the Butler dugout stopped him from approaching that mound meeting. It seemed like he thought he was in the game. Maybe the rest of the Butler dugout did, but Coach Beamer is going to rock with Goodpasser again. Inside move over to second. Not in time.
How big is that out that the Bulldogs got at the beginning of the inning with throwing out Trent Gillen, Tate Gillen at third? It's the only out they have this inning.
Goodpasser misses that one outside, 1-0. Shortstop Ben North at the plate, 0 for 2 so far today with a walk. 0 for 8 with a pair of walks so far in this series. Another inside move. That one will get by the second baseman, Barbero, but not far enough for Dieters, the runner at second, to advance to third. Dieters not much of a threat, just one stolen base out there at second base. Don't figure to see him stealing third base in this situation with this spot in the lineup up for the Blue Jays, but Goodpasser's been keeping the runners close throughout the game. He deals the 1-0. That one misses downstairs on a changeup.
Goodpasser has to give him a pitch to hit here, see if he can locate, but he is struggling with command in general. Definitely showing those signs of fatigue.
See if North does the same thing and jump on a 2-0 pitch. He will lift this one out to left. Townsend charging in and under this one. He'll get the second out of the inning. As he retires Ben North. Now Coach Beamer looks to head out to the mound again, and what seems like he will. He'll signal out to the bullpen, and that'll be it for Goodpasser. So the total line for Goodpasser, 6 2/3. 5 runs he allowed on those 9 hits. Tough outing for him. Those 2 homers really just hurt his day from Matt Sherman. So he'll come out, and we'll head this one to break. Come back with a new pitcher on the mound for the Bulldogs. New pitcher on for the Bulldogs as Simon Lindy comes in to face Connor Capisi, the catcher. Capisi so far today, 1 for 2. The run scored at a double to his tally.
Now batting. Number 2, Connor Capisi.
Barbero shading at second, holding the runner on. Lindy's first pitch grounded to the shortstop. His throw over to first, not in time. So an infield single to start things off. As Connor Capisi now loads the bases with 2 outs for the Blue Jays.
A tough play there. Big jam job on Capisi, and Solomon dove for that one, but Kroc ended up fielding it and throwing across his body to first. Just a tough play to make.
Well,
First baseman, number 17.
we'll bring up the 6th hitter, Will McLean, for the Blue Jays. It's 1 for 3 so far today. Lindy checks the sign and sets. On the way, misses downstairs for ball 1. Lindy comes in with the 1-0. Swung on and missed. A big cut there from McLean. He was thinking of putting that one on the street in right field.
You're exactly right. When it comes to rain, the conference is aware of what's going on, so that's why they send that out, just so you know that.
Swung on and missed again from McLean. Another off-speed pitch in the dirt. 2 good pitches back-to-back from Simon Lindy, trying to escape a jam. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Creighton leads this one 5-1. He sets and fires with the 1-2. This one hammered to the first baseman, and by him, Will Burgess. 1 run in, 2 run in. Creighton now leads 7-1 off the bat of Will McLean. He gives them a 2 RBI single here in the top of the 7th.
Lindy got in that count he wanted, just missed on that pitch, and McLean drived it, got on top of that one, drove it out to right field, and was able to score 2 easily.
Connor Capisi moves over to third, goes first to third on that one. McLean at first. Now coming up is the third baseman, Matt Sherman. Homered in the 5th, homered in the 6th. Can he do it in 3 straight innings? Now due up in the 7th with 3 runners on. Or 2 runners on, excuse me. Takes that first pitch inside. McLean, just 2 stolen bases over there at first. Pitch from Lindy misses outside, 2-0. I'm sure that Bulldog coaching staff wants to be careful here with Sherman. He's done most of the damage so far today for them. 2 for 3 with 4 RBIs on those 2 home runs. Lindy misses again, now 3-0. Feels like at this point you might just want to put Sherman on.
Does have a base open here at first with that 3-0 count. See if he even wants to give him anything to hit here. I'm sure he has a green light with 2 home runs on the day.
That fastball in there on the outer third. Make it 3-1.
I mean, it's going to start raining at midnight, and it's not going to slow down anytime soon, from what I've seen.
3-1. Lindy on the way to Sherman. Runner goes from first. This one lined right at Burgess, but through his glove.
That's more of a reactionary.
It's going to be a 2-base knock off the bat of Sherman. It'll drive in another run for Creighton. That one was hit right at Burgess. Looked like he thought he made the play. Maybe that one just went
Yeah, it
right
looked
off
like,
the end.
looked like it may have gone out either off the end or maybe even. Honestly, at first it looked like it went through the webbing, but glove would be broken in that case.
Burgess was starting to move towards the Butler dugout, and then he looked in his glove and realized there was nothing there. Had to chase after that one down the first base line. Runner on second and third now for the second baseman, Kyle Hess. Hess doubled in the 5th, singled in the 6th. Now back up in the 7th. In there on the outer third, now 1-1. Lindy gets the sign. Comes set for the 1-1. Slider in there, misses low. Now 2-1.
Lindy just can't seem to find the strike zone now. He threw that first pitch earlier to Capice, and he got on base with that jam job to the shortstop. Able to find the zone there, but it seems like he's not able to find the zone. Wasn't able to find the zone the last few at-bats.
Couple tough breaks for Lindy so far in this inning. That jam shot you mentioned in between the shortstop and third baseman, that liner right at Burgess, just unable to make the play. It's this pitch, slider misses down and in by that back foot of Hess. Now a full count here with runners on second and third. Creighton leads this one 8-1. Put up 3 runs this inning, 3 runs the previous inning. Full count pitch is on its way. One upstairs and outside, ball 4. That'll load the bases.
Now batting designated hitter number 22, Dakota Duffalo.
9-hole hitter and designated hitter Dakota Duffalo now steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 3 so far today.
I believe if Tate Gillen comes up next, that means Blue Jays would have batted around this inning. Gillen did get thrown out at third, trying to stretch a double into a triple. Deep fly ball at center field.
It felt like that was maybe a momentum shift for Butler, getting that out at third. Butler dugout was fired up, but Creighton responded very well. This one's fouled off to the right side. It felt like a perfect opportunity for good passer to maybe sneak through that 7th inning and get out of that, maybe with a bit of luck from some of that defense, because that ball was scolded off the bat of Gillen, but Creighton offense has responded very well. 1-1 from Lindy. Misses downstairs for ball 2.
You just can't find the zone with that off-speed pitch slider right now. It's all just gone low and away.
Two one, misses inside and low. Now 3-1. Got to come after the 9 hitter, especially with the bases loaded. 3-ball count. Feels like Duffalo's going to get something good to hit here.
Yeah, he's got to put one in the zone unless he wants to walk in a run here.
3-1 from Lindy. Check swing. He did not go. Ball 4. So Creighton gets another run on the board. Bases loaded walk from Duffalo. Now bring up Gillen. So they have now batted around. He led up this inning with that double to center field. Tried to stretch it to a triple and got thrown out. Looks like Gunnar Duncan's going to call a meeting on the mound for his pitcher. So they talk things over, trying to calm him down, settle in that control.
Definitely just want to come after Gillen here, and hopefully he puts in play either in the air, ground ball, just get an easy out.
Gillen now steps back in. Lindy fires the first pitch in there for strike 1. Sherman at third, Hess at second, Duffalo at first, and Tate Gillen at the plate. This pitch grounded to the second baseman, Barbero, and he can't make the play. This one scoots into the outfield. 1 run is scored, 2 runs scored. Duffalo moves over to third, and Tate Gillen will stay at first base. So another 2 runs come across the board, and it's now 6 across the plate this inning for Creighton.
It's a tough play there for Barbero, but probably want to put the body in front of that one and just keep the ball in front of you. He sort of olayed that and just tried to scoop it with the glove, bounced right over it.
Bouncer just off the right side of the mound. Lindy unable to get to it. Makes a tough play for Barbero, unable to get that one on that hop. Now bring up the two-hitter, Teddy Dieters. Slider misses upstairs. One 0 fastball is in there for a called strike.
Looks like Gillen at first is getting ready to take off there. See if the Bulldogs will even try and throw down.
Dieters 0 for 3 so far today. Came around and scored off a walk as he fouls this one down the right field line past the tennis courts. Here, Hardy came around to score off his walk this inning. Second at bat for him. Trying to pick up an RBI and a base hit. His first of the game as well. Creighton leads 11-1. Skillen chases that one for strike 3. So Lindy gets out of the inning, but not before the Blue Jays push across 6 runs. They extend their lead to 11-1 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. New pitcher on for Creighton as that will end the day for starting pitcher Jack Pina. His final line, 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. New pitcher Noah Klein into the game, the righty out of the bullpen for the Jays.
Noah Klein on the season, 2.37 ERA, 19 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, 10 walks, and 16 strikeouts. He also has a 1.42 whip.
First pitch misses upstairs from Klein. Barbero due up with Kroc on deck. As Barbero lifts this one high down the short side of the third base line. It'll get out of play. One and one now the count.
They won 19-7 yesterday.
7, 8, and 9 up for the Butler lineup. Trying to spark a bit of a rally.
9-10 in the ninth. They scored 13 runs in the 4th inning. Oh my gosh.
Klein, that one in there for called strike 2.
Klein with a little bit of that sidearm delivery here off the right side. Definitely tough for a right-handed batter to face.
Sweeper misses outside, trying to get Barbero to chase. Creighton defense playing straight up now against Barbero. Infield and outfield pretty much straight up compared to that shift we saw them running earlier. So that sweeper hit down the first baseline, scooped up by the first baseman, and stepping on the bag for the first out does McLean.
Hang tight, we're switching it up here.
Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter as well. Shortstop Logan Crook is going to be pinch hit for Ian Che. Place him at second, or at shortstop, excuse me.
Pinch hitter for the Bulldogs, number 8, Ian Shea.
Shea has a very nice glove at the shortstop position. Has struggled at the plate this year with batting a 169 batting average, 254 on base, 508 OPS.
Bulldogs haven't really had a full-time starter out there at shortstop. The at-bats have been split between Choi and Kroc. As that pitch misses upstairs. 1-0 to Che. Che fouls this one straight back into the netting. He's got 25 strikeouts and 59 at-bats, so he's struggled a little bit with the swing and miss so far this year. 3 doubles and a triple as well. Wave and a miss from Che there on the 1-1.
Nice sweeper there, starting on the inside corner and going outside.
The arm side of Klein, you see that sweeper become a little bit more effective because of how it flies out of that arm slot and arm angle. So it goes back to that one, but that one misses way outside.
Che, being the 8-hitter now, wants to get that 9-hitter Gunnar Duncan, the catcher today, up. Maybe swing around the top of the order, get a couple runs back.
Che lifts this one down the left field line, and it's going to drop for a hit. It's going to move down towards that corner. He's going to get on 2. So that one rolls out of play. So a ground rule double off the bat of Ian Che, maybe sparking a little bit of a rally from this bottom of the lineup.
Good job by Che to get a hit there. He's been struggling at the plate a little bit. Maybe can get him on a little bit of a hot streak.
Sometimes that's just what you need. Not scolded off the bat. A little bit inside on his barrel, but he just lifts that one down that left field line. Gets it to roll into the corner, gets an extra base hit. Looks like we'll have another pinch hitter here at the bottom of the lineup.
Zach Munton, it'll be senior catcher.
Pinch hitter for the Bulldogs, number 10, Zach Munton.
Matching up with the right-hander, maybe a little bit better than the freshman catcher Gunnar Duncan does as a righty. Get that lefty-righty matchup. Munton, 213 average on the year. First pitch in there from Klein is a strike.
Munton is hitting 263 on the year with runners in scoring position.
Butler offense just needs to get guys on however they can. Down 10 runs in the 7th. Munton takes that one outside. Ball 1. Top of the lineup due up next. Jack Morocnik waiting on deck for the Bulldogs. Munton awaits the 1-1. Sweeper in there. Backdoor pitch for a called second strike. Klein ahead 1-2. See if he goes back to that sweeper. This one grounded, scooped by the third baseman, throw over to first base in time to retire Munton. Che will move over to third on that play. So now a runner on third, 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup with Jack Morocnik for the Bulldogs.
Top of the order for the right fielder, number 16, Jack Marachnik.
See if Marachnik can get another RBI. He has the only RBI in the day for the Bulldogs. That base hit to right field.
Singled with that RBI over the first baseman's head on that liner. See if he can do the same, get himself on base, get that run in, cut down that deficit. First pitch in there over the heart of the plate for a strike. Rocknick struck out in the first, flew out to the center fielder, Gillen in the third. Picked up that RBI single in the fifth. Sweeper in there on the back door again from Klein. He's been going to that with the lefties now. Something to keep an eye on if this inning extends. Now 0-2 to Marachnik. Got to find a way on. Klein comes with the 0-2, swung on and fouled back by Marachnik. Butler just 2 for 11 so far today, with runners on base, 1 for 3, with runners in scoring position. Klein deals again with the 0-2. This one hit to the third baseman on the one hop. He'll field it. Throw over to first is in time to retire the side. So another scoreless inning put up by the Blue Jays. This one stays 11-1. Creighton due up next in the top of the 8th. New pitcher on for the Bulldogs, Justin Hornsheimer, up now in the game, 5 2/3 on the season, 6.35 ERA, 9 walks in under 6 innings, also 7 strikeouts as well. He's gone 3 straight scoreless outings against Ball State, April 15th, Eastern Illinois, April 22nd, and April 26th against Seton Hall, all scoreless, as he toes the rubber now in the top of the 8th. 3, 4, 5 due up for the Blue Jays. Looks like they're going to have a pinch hitter up to start as well. First pitch downstairs. Another pitch misses outside. Pinch hitter will be Jack Torosian.
Coming right off the bench, you definitely want to sort of attack this guy.
Another pitch misses inside, now 3-0. Mentioned Horschmeyer having the issues with the control. He's had 9 walks, 2 hit batters in just under 6 innings. Gonna have to attack the zone here. However, if you're Butler, try and get the offense back in the dugout. Won't do so there. 4-pitch walk to lead things off. He'll bring up the shortstop, Ben North. Still chasing after his first hit of the series, 0 for 9 so far. That pitch misses. 5 straight balls from Hornsheimer. That pitch in there for a strike, now 1-1.
Job finally getting in the zone there. Ben North definitely has a sign that he's able to swing now after those 5 straight balls to start off the outing.
Butler defense playing north to shift. Center fielder Drum shaded well to the left of second base. Second baseman Barbero playing just to the right of second bases. Hornsheimer checks over at first base. Not in time. Hornsheimer on the way. This one laced through the 5-6 hole for a single. So Ben North gets that first hit of the series in his 10th at bat. It'll now bring up Connor Capisi, the catcher.
Now batting the catcher, number 2.
Tough start to the inning for Hornsheimer. He's gotten behind in each count. Obviously walked the first batter on 4 pitches and then going behind there, giving up that hard hit single. So hopefully he can get that first pitch strike.
Capisi 2 for 3 on the day so far. Doubled in the second, singled in the 7th. First pitch misses outside. Hornsheimer on the way. This pitch fouled straight back. It's now 1-1.
Job getting back to an even count here, 1-1. Could be a big pitch here for Hornsheimer to get ahead in the count.
Hornsheimer just looking to attack. 1-1 the count. Runners on first and second. No outs here. Misses outside. Two one on its way. In there for a called second strike. Capisi didn't like the call. He's been back there all day. Knows what he feels is a strike or not from this zone from home plate umpire Jay Myers. But now 2-2. Hornsheimer looking for a big strikeout. This one grounded to third baseman Solomon, unable to get it. And this one will bounce into left field. Another run will come across, and Ben North will advance to third. So Creighton tacks on another one off the bat of Connor Capisi.
That one took a tough bounce there off looked like the lip of the grass, but definitely a play.
Now batting first base,
Got to make there,
number
especially at
17.
third base. Expect those kind of hops and hard hit balls over there.
With a catcher running, especially at the plate. Maybe a thought for two there if you can fire that one over to second, try and turn it over to first. But nonetheless, none outs No outs, excuse me, recorded on that play, and still no outs in the inning. First and third. Hornsheimer misses downstairs with that one. Will McLean now up. 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs on the day. Pitch in there for a strike, evens it up at 1-1. Hornsheimer on the way with the 1-1. This one fouled off to the left. Another 2-strike count.
Hornsheimer in that good count again. Looks like McLean's gonna go over and get some pine tar for his bat. Keep the grip on.
Ben North at third base. Connor Capisi at first base. No outs in the top of the 8th inning for the Creighton offense. 1-2 from Hornsheimer. This one popped up towards the left side. Townsend calling the shortstop off. No tag from North at third. Little bluff there. Looks like Townsend might not have been looking at him. Maybe had a chance if he went right out the gate. It looks like they will also pinch run over for the catcher at first base, Connor Capisi. Looks like that's Nate McHugh over at first base.
Pinch runner at first base, number 5, Nate McHugh.
I'm gonna be careful here with Sherman up at the plate. Has those 2 home runs today. Had most of the runs for Creighton but before that big 7th inning they had where they put up 6 runs.
Looking for a 3-homer day is Sherman. Takes that first pitch breaker for a strike.
Very similar pitch there to the ones he hit out earlier in the game.
A 3-homer day would be especially impressive for Sherman, considering that he came in to the day with just 2 homers on the year through his 100+ at-bats. So that one misses outside for ball 1. Sherman swings on this one to the shortstop, Che. He'll throw it to Barbero at second. Over to first. That one's wild. It'll sail over the first baseman Burgess's head, so it'll bring in another run off the bat of Sherman. The wild throw allows for him to reach base. 2 outs now, but it'll make the score 13-1 Blue Jays.
Good play there by Che to calmly field that ball and get it over to Barbero, but Barbero completely missed Burgess there by probably 10-15 feet in the air.
That'll be all for Justin Hornsheimer here. So we'll get a pitching change. We're going to head over to break here. So we await a new Butler pitcher. We'll come back with the info after this break. New pitcher on for Butler with 2 outs here in the 8th. Espen Simpson now up on the mound for the Bulldogs. 4 innings on the year, 4.5 ERA, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts are his numbers as he misses this first pitch inside to the second baseman, Kyle Hess.
Just needs 1 out here in this top of the 8th inning. Wouldn't be surprised to see him in the top of the 9th either, if only he faces 1 batter.
Simpson misses again inside, and Hess had a great day out of the 8-hole for the Blue Jays. He's 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, 2 walks as well. Doubled in that 5th inning and came around to score. Walked last inning, also came around to score. As he gets drilled by Simpson on that one. So now he's been on base 5 times today out of that 8-hole. And now up for Creighton. Looks like they're going to go to another pinch hitter, Jackson Goldberg, the freshman.
7 for 22 at the DH spot.
Pinch hitter for the Blue Jays, number 7, Jackson Goldberg.
Goldberg, switch hitter. It's going to be batting. Here.
Goldberg hasn't hit this year. This is sort of insulting.
Simpson has hit 6 batters through his 4 innings of work. To add on to those 2 walks, he gets that first pitch in there for a strike.
And Goldberg in 8 at-bats has 0 hits this season. Simpson's hoping to continue that here.
That off-speed pitch misses way upstairs. That one didn't look very good out of the hand of Simpson. It's 1-1. Another off-speed pitch misses upstairs. Pitch downstairs for a ball, make it 3-1. Hess at first, Sherman at second. Goldberg, the freshman, at the plate. He's going to take ball 4 to load the bases here. It's going to bring it back up to the top of the lineup with Tate Gillen here. Bases loaded. Another opportunity to just blow this game even more wide open than it already is. First pitch in there from Simpson is a strike. Gillen's 1 for 4 so far today with an RBI coming on a sac fly in the 5th to get the second run for the Jays on the board. He takes upstairs for ball 1.
With the runners in scoring position today, the Blue Jays are hitting .286.
This one's fouled off to the left by Gillen.
At a total of 14 at-bats with runners in scoring position. 15 now with Gillen.
Adding on to that, the Jays with 2 outs are 6 for 14, 429 batting average with 2 outs. They've really been able to keep some of these innings alive, extend some of their rallies. This one from Simpson misses inside. It'll even it up at 2-2. Gillen takes the 2-2 inside. It'll make it a full count. 3-2, 2 outs. All runners will be on the move. So a base hit will figure to score 2, and anything in the gap might score Goldberg, the freshman, over there from first. He's got a huge lead over there. Nobody holding him on. Gillen will lift this one deep to right field. Maroknik coming back. He'll be under it. He'll make the play to get out of the inning, but not before the Jays tack on 2 more. They now lead 13-1. So we send this one to the bottom of the 8th. New arm on the bump for the Blue Jays here in the bottom of the 8th. Brendan Strainkey on the mound. 5 innings, 3.6 ERA, 4 hits, 3 runs. Only 2 of them earned. 4 walks, 8 strikeouts so far on the campaign for the sophomore. Right-handed pitcher will face A.J. Solomon, the lefty. He's 1 for 2 so far today. Fouls the first pitch back. Pitch to Solomon, misses downstairs, now 1-1. Solomon also walked so far today. Struck out looking his last at bat in the 5th. He swings and misses on the 1-1. Strainkey ahead 1-2 now.
Yeah.
1-2 misses just inside as Solomon moves out of the way of that one. Solomon steps back in, awaiting the 2-2. Misses downstairs now, full count.
Another great AB by Solomon. He does a great job of just working these counts and racking the pitcher's pitch count up. Again, leads the team in walks.
He grounds this one up the middle. Play is made by North. Fired over to first for the out.
Dogs will have Jack Bellow coming up here, see if they could get on with the power hitter Tommy Townsend on deck.
Bello 0 for 3 so far today after his big game yesterday, including his solo shot out to right center. Swings at the first pitch and pops it up on the infield. North will call it off and make a second straight play to start off the first.
Now batting the left fielder, number 42, Tommy Townsend.
Tommy Townsend now out for the Bulldogs to see if he can get a hard hit ball.
Townsend takes that first pitch straight down the middle. Doubled in his first at bat to the right fielder, struck out, and then was hit by a pitch in the 6th. So he awaits the 0-1. Fastball misses just outside. Strainkey's done a good job staying right around the zone so far in this inning. Does the same there with the 1-1. Appeal down to third. He did not go. Third base umpire Jason Stidham.
They've gotten a little break there. Looked like he may have definitely crossed the plate with his hands.
That fastball in there for a strike now. 2-2. Strainkey looking to get through this 8th. 1-2-3. Get the Jays back out on offense. Strainkey with the 2-2. In there, called third strike on the slider. 1-2-3 inning from Strainkey. Send the Jays back out on offense for the top of the 9th. Creighton leads this one 13-1. Simpson is back out there for the top of the ninth after he got through that eighth inning. Retired one man, walked one, hit one that inning. Now it'll bring up the two-hitter, Teddy Dieters. 1 for 4 so far today with an RBI. Picked up that RBI on a bases-loaded walk in the 7th. He takes first pitch outside.
One thing you want to do here is, if you're Simpson, is just get the ball in the strike zone. Definitely just want to work on the command in a game like this one.
That pitch also misses way outside, now 2-0. Another pitch misses outside, now quickly 3-0.
Again, Simpson don't want to start out this inning with another 4-pitch walk as they did in the last inning, the top of the 8th.
But he will do that, a 4-pitch walk. He'll miss upstairs there to walk Dieters. Bring up the 3-hitter now. Jack Tarosian.
Now batting the left fielder, number 36, Jack Tarosian.
See if he can get a ground ball here. DeRozan probably not going to be swinging. After 5 straight balls now, 1-0 count.
It's been an issue for this Butler pitching staff all year long. It was an issue yesterday, the difference in the free passes with the walks and hit batters. They've got 8 walks allowed so far today, now 6 straight ball. Simpson's walked 2 guys already. Hornsmeyer walked 1. Lindy walked 2. Goodpaster walked 3, although he went 6 2/3. That pitch misses low, and Beamer will run out, and he will go straight to the bullpen before this batter even finishes. So 7 pitches, 7 balls to start out this 9th inning. We're going to get a pitching change here at Bulldog Park. Jack Grivis, the new Butler pitcher on the mound. He comes into a 3-0 count with the runner on first. See if he can claw back out of this deficit he's already facing. Start to do so. That pitch in there for a strike. Fastball over the heart of the plate, now 3-1.
Griffith's a freshman, being put in a tough situation, a 3-0 count.
Fires another one in there. Fastball swung on and missed. Strike 2, now full count.
Good job throwing 2 first strikes, two first pitches of the outing, getting back in the count here.
Griffiths on the way with the full count pitch. Off-speed pitch off the knob of the bat. It will go over to first base and will retire Terosian for the first out of the inning. Looks like Terosian tried to hold up his swing. That one came in on his hands just off the knob of the bat and out towards the pitcher.
It looked like Terosian was pretty surprised there too that one went off the knob. Late reaction from both the pitcher and Terosian in the left-handed batter's box.
4 hitter now up for the Blue Jays. Ben North finally got that hit that he'd been chasing all series long. Now 1 for 10 on the series. First pitch slider in there for a strike. North singled and came around to score in the 8th. Griffith, another pitch past North. He's now 5 pitches, 5 strikes out of that right arm of Jack Griffiths. He's done a great job coming in a tough situation, as you mentioned, a freshman with a runner on. He's got a 3-0 count come into, and he's done a great job firing some strikes in there. That off-speed pitch not in there, now 1-2.
Great pick there by Mutton to keep that runner at second base, not put him any close, not put him 90 feet away.
The 1-2 from Griffiths. This is upstairs for ball 2. Griffiths sets. Fires with the 2-2. That one hit out to left field. Townsend moving back, and he'll make the play on the run. A nice play on a full sprint out there in left field by Tommy Townsend. And a quick second out as Jack Griffiths has found his way into this ball game.
Good job there by Townsend. Use those long arms he's got to stretch out and make that play.
And batting number 5, Nate McCubb.
Nate McCubb now came in as a pinch runner for Connor Capisi at first base in the previous inning. Now first at bat, he'll hit this one to the shortstop Che, fired over to first. That'll do it for the Blue Jay top of the 9th. Jack Griffiths, a nice 1-2-3 part of his inning. So he retires the side of the Bulldogs, looking to climb back from this 12-run deficit here in the bottom of the 9th. New pitcher now on the mound for the Blue Jays, Anthony Unga, out to close things out for Creighton here in the 9th on the season. 8 1/3 innings pitched, 10 runs allowed, 10 walks, 9 strikeouts as well. And for Butler, 5, 6, 7 in the order. Ryan Drum due up first. Drum takes the first pitch upstairs for a ball. He's 0 for 3 so far today. 2 strikeouts and an infield pop-up for him. Looking to spark a comeback here for the Bulldogs. Hammers this one foul down the left field line.
See if Drum can be that leadoff man and get on first base, maybe just steal a bag, get himself in scoring position.
Follows that pitch into the screen behind home plate. Now 1-2. Butler trails this one 13-1 here in the bottom of the 9th. As Drum awaits the 1-2. Check swing, he went. Catcher will fire this one down to first base and retire Drum on the drop third strike. So a quick first strikeout for Unga. As it'll now bring up the first baseman, Will Burgess.
Great pitch there, good waste pitch by Unga, just putting one in the dirt and seeing if Drum would chase, and he did just that.
Burgess due up now. Danny Barbero waiting on deck. 13-1 Blue Jays here in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch in there for a strike. Unga is attacking the zone pretty well here. 0-1 to Burgess. Good pitch down low for a strike. Not sure what that is, what kind of off-speed pitch that is, but he's fooled both Drum and now Burgess with that pitch. Got Drum to chase that one on the 2-strike count. See if he goes back to that after that ugly swing from Burgess. Another pitch in the dirt and another swing. Another strikeout. Burgess goes down swinging Unga. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. Now facing Danny Barbero, looking to strike out the side, close this one out, and secure another series win for the Creighton Blue Jays in Big East play.
See, Barbero can maybe see a fastball here on the first pitch and drive one.
Barbero takes that first pitch in there for a strike.
I think that one had a little bit of cut to it, not really a fastball, maybe a cutter.
Unga is just attacking these Bulldog hitters. That off-speed pitch again in the dirt. 1-1 the count.
Taking that off-speed pitch, Barbero probably saw that one up there and then it was going to come down.
Barbero hammers this one down the left field line, but it's foul. It's now 1-2, an opportunity for Unga to get his 3rd strikeout, get this series win for the Blue Jays. Unga sets and gets ready to fire with the 1-2. Strike 3, he got him swinging. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts for Anthony Unga as Creighton will take this one 13-1 and lock up another series clinching win. They now move to 11-3 in Big East play, extending that lead in first place in the Big East Conference.